race fans, and welcome once again to the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Hey, it's Season 2, race number 20, presented here by Tyler Isley. And boy, we're here at New Hampshire Speedway live on Rice Motorsports TV. Man, I tell you, it's time to get back to some more racing. Now, this is going to be a nice, big, flat track. And, man, I can't wait to see how the guys handle this. And as always, before we move any further, let's give a shout-out to all our sponsors. That would be Sonic Graphic Design, Admin Box, Turn 2 Terribles, and Buster's Corner. Now we have just a little bit of time before we go into qualifying. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings, see where everybody's at. Driver standings, Ken Baum Jr., now your leader. He's 23 points ahead of Aiden Verlaine. And Verlaine missed a couple of starts there, like 4, I believe it is. So now he's dropped down to that second position. Nick Cannon third, Tyler McCarthy fourth, Tyler Isley in that fifth position, Lucas Mills is sixth, William Brown seventh, eighth is Bill Hales, Carson Pittman ninth, and Jaden Robert Bingaman rounds out your top 10. And you look at the rest of the top 20 there. David Smil Jr. took a little bit of a hit there, lost 3 spots. How about down there, 17th position? Brian Pressler moved up 4 spots into the top 20. And then we take a look at the team standings here. Verlaine, he missed a few races, but he's still ahead. Not that much now, only 27.9 points ahead of Nitro. Turn 2 Terribles in that third position. Mopar Motorsports fourth. Fifth is Glitter Kitty Racing. Up in Smoke, both Up in Smoke and Mayberry Motorsports both moved up a spot into 6th and 7th respectively, bumping Posse Racing down 2 positions into that 8th position. So and you see where the rest of the teams are there, so a lot more racing to go. And well, I tell you, you know that there's a lot of movement going on even in the team standings here, and so a lot more to look forward to in that regard. And looks like we only have about 60 seconds to go. We'll go ahead and take a quick break and hear from our sponsors. Come back for some qualifying. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! My way, the money I roll.
Two Terribles, Hampshire Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keene Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keene.
Sitting here with Sean Keene. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back and qualifying is underway. And let's go ahead and who's out on track there? I think I see Carson Pittman. He's out there. Does he have a time yet? And no time yet for the number 4. Let's see if this is the him completing his first hard lap. Yes, it is, and he went on provisional pole. He must have been the first one across the line there. And I see David Smil Jr. He's out there as well. He just crossed the line. He slotted into the 3rd position. Actually, William Brown just bumped Pittman on that provisional pole at 30.884. To see if he can stay up there. He's been qualifying a lot better. We'll see how close to the front he stays tonight. We'll watch him come around. He said, man, these are some big wide turns here, and no banking, and a lot of room to race though. He just got bumped to second by Nick Cannon. Let's see, was he able to claw it back? Yes, he was. Yes, he did. I mean, 30.791 back on provisional pole. Nick Cannon right now in that second position. There's Lucas Nilges. He's currently P4. So, and I think they only get like the one and done there. Yeah, there's Brig Smoke. He's currently showing sixth quickest, 31.273. We'll see if he's able to pick up some time here. Coming down to the stripe here, and did he improve on his time? And unfortunately, he did not. He remains now in that eighth position. There's our race sponsor tonight, Tyler Isley, currently seventh position, 31.248. We'll see if Tyler can improve on his eighth starting position as he comes to the stripe here. And let's see, he improves his time. He improves his time, but not his position. So that may be where he begins the race. So as they're wrapping up qualifying, we're going to go ahead and pause a moment for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, we're back, and they're just about getting ready to line up for the starting lineup. Let's take a look at the race info here tonight. And boy, it's beautiful weather out there. 71 degrees air temperature. Track temperature is 97 degrees. That's not too bad. Only 2 miles an hour on the wind there. Now they got 4 sets of tires that they start with 3 additional sets. They do open setups here, and no fast repairs. And they have 3 green, white checker attempts for 120 laps here at this 1 mile facility. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. And I see the trucks now starting. I'm sorry, not the trucks. The cars now starting to make their way out onto the starting grid. Let's take a look at that starting order, and look who's on the pole here tonight. William Brown is starting right at the front. This is the first pole position I think he's had in the league here, folks. Then we have Nick Cannon starting in that second position. Dylan Hastings third, Carson Pittman fourth. Then we have Colin McCarthy fifth, Brian Pressler in the sixth position. Seventh is Lucas Nilges. Eighth is David Sneal Jr. Then we have ninth Jimmy Barr. Tyler Isley rounds out your top 10. Then we have Don DeGroot in 11th position, Brig Swope 12th. 13th is Stan Mayberry. 14th is Jaden Bingaman. Michael Self starts in the 15th position. Jeremy Zarfo 16th. David Salter in his 17th spot. Michael Zuver 18th. And Carl Fitz rounds out the field in the 19th position. First pole position for William Brown. And well, I know he's excited to be up there for that, folks. Oh, why is that looking like that? Let me try to fix that real quick. You know, I guess we haven't been to this track. So yeah. It's been a long time since I've broadcast at this track here. Making their way around now. I wonder if this is a short track. Okay, the pace car is going to come off the first pace lap here.
Green flag, green
Got
flag.
a green flag, and we're racing here at New Hampshire. And William Brown so far holding on to that lead.
Caution, yellow
Oh,
flag.
we got a caution, and oh man, that's some. Let's see. There's Lucas Nilgis. He's running there. Dylan Hastings, was he involved? And oh, he's just getting back on the track there. Doesn't look like he has too much damage from what we can see there. Caution here on lap 1. William Brown, he'll race back to the line, and so he will stay there in the lead position. Let's go back, take a look here, see what happened to Dylan here. And Dylan Hastings, he's the number 66, that kind of like red, white, and blue, the Wendy's machine there. And he's going down he's down on the inside. Carson Pittman up to his high side there. There's a 24 machine. Colin McCarthy down to his inside now. Like I said, there's no banking here, and it looks like it's already getting away. He just was not at the right angle. That car looked like it's already getting away from him as they go into turn 1, and now he is just fighting that thing, and he is already. It looked like everybody may be able to get past him, and he's trying to lock it down and keep from going up on the track. And did everybody get by? I think maybe they did. And boy, that was close. But fortunately, it looks like everybody did get by. So that's a good heads-up reaction there from the rest of the field. So William Brown, he will start there. There's let's see. Well, we've got a whole bunch of webcams up here tonight. Tyler Isley, Jimmy Barr, Mike Zuber, Jaden Bingaman, and Briggs Slope. Their cameras running tonight. There's Tyler Isley. He's in the 6th position there. One of our webcam drivers. Let's see if the lights are out on the pace car, and yes, it is. So now they've gone the first 4 laps under caution. It'll be lap 5 when they get the green flag as they make their way down the backstretch here. Get ready to get going once again. Everybody's lined up and ready to go. Flat track, no banking to help you. Pace car is in.
Green flag,
Green flag racing has resumed here at New Hampshire. Boy, William Brown, he got a nice start there. Nick Cannon, he's battling with Carson Pittman. Colin McCarthy. Cannon, he does hold on to that 2nd position. There's Carson Pittman ahead of the 24 McCarthy. McCarthy trying to keep up with the 4 there. Tyler Isley now in that 5th position. Boy, he's moved up 5 spots since the start of the race. You can see the top 4 right there in front of him. can see how they have to be very gentle on that throttle as they pick it up. Brown still your leader. Boy, he has almost a good half-second lead already on Nick Cannon. That's about three or four car lengths there. He's come down to start lap number 7. Got somebody on pit road. That's Jeremy Zarfos. And that's an early pit stop here for the number 42. And the car looks like it's okay. Don't know why he's pitting so soon. But, of course, you know, he's going to lose a lap as your leaders come around now. A little further back, there's Jimmy Barr in the 6th position. Jimmy, he's another one of our guys has webcams out there tonight. Field is starting to stretch out just a little bit more. He's getting some company down on the inside at 26 there. Jaden Bingaman, who's also has a webcam as well. There's Jaden fighting with the number 12 there for the position. Oh boy, and he gets a little close and he has to gather it up, and he gets tagged by the 67. That's going to bring out the caution. No big damage there, but that was close there with a good recovery there for him, and no real damage, but caution number 2. And the 67, Don DeGroot, it wasn't, who was it? It was, who was that guy? It was Brian Pressler, yeah. And he was just trying to check up to keep from running into Jaden, and they just about got it there. So here we are, caution number 2 here. And let's see. And you can see where he just basically ran out of room here. And so now he's down on the inside of the number 12 there. And we haven't seen anybody really go lower than that second groove up from the inside. He's almost splitting, not quite splitting it yet. But he's trying to see if he can get down there on that inside. And I think that car is just pushing up into the 12. Like I said, there's absolutely no banking. Here comes Brian Pressler. There's not much he can do. And he's trying to get out of the gas from what we can see right there. And just couldn't check up in time. And even he starts going a little sideways. And looked like he recovered as well. For a minute there, I thought he was going to head down pit road because you probably would have got a speeding penalty or something. But it looks like everybody was okay. Bingham, and he didn't hit that water barrel or anything. So that was good for him as well. So nobody the worse for wear there in that second caution. Got some folks on pit road as Lucas Nilges coming in. Maybe getting looks like he's getting a quick splash of fuel maybe. I don't see, doesn't look like he's getting any tires or anything like that, so he must be topping off the tank. Carl Fitz also on pit road. There he is, actually just exiting pit road. And Lucas Nilger still on pit road, and not sure what the deal is with him there. Now, Jeremy Zarfos, I believe he was the, is he not in there? It's showing David Smeal as retired, the number 72, and it's showing Zarfos in the pit. He might have retired too. I don't know if it was a connection thing or what, but both Zarfos and Smeal are right now, doesn't look like they're on track. They may not even be in the server, so not sure what the deal is there. Maybe we'll find out something a little later. William Brown, he's still at the front, and lights are out on the pace car, so it'll be lap 13 when we go racing once again. He still has Cannon McCarthy, Pittman, Jimmy Barr, Tyler Isley all around him there. 67, Brian Pressler, Briggs Swope, Don DeGroot, and Michael Zuber rounds out your top 10. Now making their way through turns 3 and 4. Pace car should be turning in any moment now. There he goes.
Green flag. Green
And
flag.
green flag. Here we go, lap 13. Nick Cannon's a little closer this time. So see if he can hang on to that number 9. Boy, look at Colin McCarthy and Carson Pittman battling for that 3rd position. Looks like the 4 might get it. And McCarthy's fighting back on the high side as they race down to turn 3. Pittman's not done. He's going to see if he can squeeze by the 24. Oh, be careful. And he almost gets into the 24, but McCarthy holds on to keep that 3rd position. Here comes Tyler Isley. He's not going down that low in the turn. He looks like he may be staying in that 3rd groove up.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh man, we got another one. Looks like it's Dylan Hastings, and that was the 66 there. Was there somebody else? Oh, that was Lucas Nilgis as well. And well, I tell you, this track may be. This is like a low grip situation here tonight, folks. And let's see. Let's jump up here with Tyler real quick and see. He's talking to somebody right now. We're trying to figure a way to let the guys know we're going to bring them in. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab Jimmy Barr, and where he's right behind Tyler, and I'm going to see if I can grab him real quick, and if I can find him in the chat. There he is right there. Hey Jimmy, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
Hey, what's going on, Tony?
Hey man, I tell you what, things a little interesting out there tonight. Is grip going to be an issue on this very, very flat New Hampshire track?
Yeah, I think if we can get stretched out and spaced out a little bit, I think it'll be a pretty good race. It's going to take a couple laps to do that. Nobody wants to, give up any positions or anything, because once you do, it's going to be hard to get them back. So if we can get a couple of green flag laps here, I think you're going to see some good racing, some different strategies play out.
10-4, you think it's the tires seem to be heating up okay?
Yeah, everything seems all right. My car's handling pretty good. Team helped me get a pretty good car together for this. Most of them aren't here, but hopefully we could get it. I don't know about a win, because some of those Brown and them up there look pretty stout, but I'm hoping hopefully maybe a top 5 here.
10-4. I'm going to put you back down the channel. Were you in there with Team Sparkle Unicorn?
No. I was by myself at T2T.
Okay, then I'll just put you back down there. Good luck, buddy. Talk to you later.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Jimmy Barr getting ready to go back to work here. And so this will be lap, let's see. William Brown still at the front, and we do have at least one more pace lap. Lucas Nilgis on just exiting pit road now. He's on the tail end of the lead lap, but he did get out in time before your leaders came down to put him a lap down. And don't know if he had any damage or not. The car seems to look pretty good there, so he's just catching up to the field. And the lights are out on the pace car, so it'll be lap 18 on the restart. And now it looks like it is showing Zarfos and Smeal as retired, unfortunately. I didn't even see anybody get any major damage, so we'll see what happens as the race continues to unfold. Making their way down towards turn 3. There goes the pace car down on the pit road. Green flag racing once again. Nick Cannon, and this is each time there's a restart, he's a little closer to William Brown. Colin McCarthy, he's right up there too. Boy, McCarthy, he's trying to get right under that number 8. And I tell you, let's watch turns 3 and 4. That seems to be where things start to happen here, folks. Or can the 24 clear the 8? Boy, Carson Pittman, he's right there watching. He's got the best seat in the house. And that time, okay, look, the 24, he stayed right off of 8. 8 just about scraping the wall there. Pittman now going to try to move on the high side. The 24, you can't see him, but the 24 is still there on the inside, though. Oh, boy, that's close. They're driving by the seat of their pants. Carl Fitz, did he spin? Yes, he did spin, but we do stay green. Track not giving them a whole lot of help out here tonight. Tyler Isley trying to hang on to the top 4 there. There's Michael Zuber trying to see if he can move in. Now you're starting to see the top 5 or 6 starting to stretch away from the rest of the field. There's Jimmy Barr. He leads Jaden Bingaman in that 7th position. Bingaman taking a look down on the inside. Oh, was that contact? Maybe a little bump and run action going on there. Bingaman gets that 7th position. He almost got a little loose himself coming off of 4. Barr back to the 8th spot. Briggs Swope behind him. Like Bingaman was, not Bingaman, but Jimmy Barr was saying, you know, we need to just get some hot laps in here and everybody get into a rhythm. He was saying something about being like some different strategies, so we might see some different fuel strategies, some different tire strategies. You know, with this track having little to no grip, man, where they're really mixing it up back here. Stan Mayberry on the high side challenging, there's Lucas Nilgis down on the inside, Don DeGroot in the yellow 61 car, trying to keep both of them at bay. Nilgis, though, does move ahead of the 61. Now he's trying to go for Briggs Swope as well, trying to make up some position. He lost a couple of spots since the start of the race, so now he's looks like he's lost 3, and so he's now trying to gain those positions back. Brown still leading up front, 7/10 of a second. As you can see, there's basically 5 lanes that you can work with around this track. No one really uses that lower lane, the one on the inside. The car's just not going to stay down there. It'll just push up all day. You typically see them go no lower than the second groove from the bottom. Where it's almost like it's almost like a flat Dover. If this thing had some banking, it would probably be like another monster mile, but then we don't need 2 monster miles. So we flattened one of them out, and here we have New Hampshire. More guys battling back here. There's Briggs Swope. He's still battling with Don DeGroot. David Salter back there in that 15th position.
The yellow flag is out.
Oh, we got us a caution here. Let's see. It was Michael Zuver, and where's Mike at? I'm trying to lock on it. There he is right there. And everybody's going past, getting it turned around here. Maybe just a little bit of damage on that right front, perhaps. He might have looped it there a little bit. Doesn't look too bad. Let's go back and take a look, and we'll see what happened here. So there's Zuber, and he's all by himself there. Tyler Isley right there in the 17 machine in front of him, and looks like they're getting ready to come off of turn 4. There's Carson Pittman in the front of the shot there, followed by Colin McCarthy. Yeah, it looks like he's getting on the power there, and it's just starting to break away from him. He looks like he's trying to recover, and then it snaps back to the right. Oh my goodness, he's headed to the wall. Did he make contact? He just did tap the wall a little bit. Jaden Bingaman able to scoot on by. There's the 12 machine there. Jimmy Barr, he gets by. Ryan Pressler gets by. Everybody gets by pretty much okay. And and it just tapped it a little bit. So not too much damage there for Michael Zuver. A lot of folks down on pit road. There's Jimmy Barr. Ryan Pressler making his way in. Bingaman's making his way in. There's Hastings. Followed by the 57 there, Briggs Swope. A lot of activity. Michael Self just coming down to his pit box. I think Hastings might have been one of the first ones into his box, perhaps, or at least he's the furthest one down, and he's down in the way. It looks like it's just tires. I mean, not tires, but just fuel only. And let's see. There's Jimmy Barr. Is he topping up his tank? Perhaps. I don't see any tires going on. He's still sitting there. I don't know if he has some damage or not. And let's see. Jane Bingman. Oh, a lot of damage on the number 26. So he's probably going to sit there as long as possible. Try to get some work done. Michael Self. Let's take a closer look at his car. His car looks okay. You just saw him knock out that left front fender. So he had a little bit of damage as well. Bingham's already on his way out. Now Self is making his way out. And he's the last one to leave pit road. So fourth caution of the evening tonight here at New Hampshire. Carl Fitz coming down on pit road. Taking advantage of the caution. Mouse acting weird. Why is my mouse acting weird? Uh-oh. There's Carl just leaving his pit box. So I tell you, so far, William Brown, I tell you, he's really been good on these restarts. And Nick Cannon's been trying him each time. Hasn't quite been able to get in there yet. Let's see. Let's see, where is Michael Zuber at? And let's check and see if they have out there one to go yet. Yeah, lights are out on the pace car, so we'll grab one of our webcam drivers next time around. It looks like the top 5 did not pit at all. Brown, Cannon, Pittman, McCarthy, and Isley all elected to stay out. Michael Zuber actually stayed out as well. Everybody else pitted. Well, let's see, Lucas Nilges, he stayed out, David Salter stayed out. They pitted on lap 15. They didn't pit this time around on this caution here, so they picked up a few spots as well. Be lap 30 on the restart. Pace car heading down on the pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag once again, and William Brown, boy, I tell you, he like caught him napping. Carson Pittman might get the jump on the 8 as they go into turn 1, and Cannon's trying to hold on the high side. And, oh man, door to door, going down the backstretch. Cannon may have the preferred line. He's on that higher line. May offer him a little bit more grip, and boy, I'm sure Pittman's trying to make sure he keeps that 4 car off of the 8. Boy, he's fighting hard, but boy, Nick Cannon, he fights him off and holds on to that second position. Colin McCarthy, now he has Tyler Isley to deal with, and I think there's the 21 of Lucas Nilges as well. They're both closing in on the 24 machine there. See Isley right there, and I think is that Lucas Nilges down on his inside? Yes, it is. As they race down the front stretch, they're start at lap 32. He moves past the 17 into that 5th position. Oh boy, I think Isley had to check up there a little bit. Brown kind of getting away. All these guys back here are pretty close together. There's Brian Pressler in that 9th position. Oh, somebody's just spinning. Stan Mayberry, I think it is. And that's just a spin. It doesn't look like he didn't make any contact with anything or anybody. So that's just a self spin, and no damage to the 48. So here we are, caution number 5. And let's see who we got locked in on right now. Looks like it's Mike Zuber. Let's find Mike. Where is Mike at in the chat? Let's see if we can find him. I see him. There he is. And we'll move him up here with us for a minute. Hey, Mike, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, Tony?
Well, I tell you, man, what do you think of this track here tonight? Well, I tell you, things are a little interesting out there, isn't it?
It's getting there. It's a lot of fun. The break-ins there. I mean, my car's running nice. I had a little mess up for a moment. I was running behind the guy, and I felt like he was going a little slow. I had to dig on the inside. Just kind of lost the rear end getting around him, and gonna keep it under me. But it's been a lot of fun right now. We got Will and Nick up front. Lucas just ahead of me. We're looking pretty good right now. We're all feeling pretty good. This setup's running real well.
10-4, man. You think this is grip is going to be the big thing around here? Could it be tires? Be the big strategy call out there tonight?
I think tires is going to be the thing. I don't know if we're going to need a fuel. I don't think we are. We're kind of talking about it. We might do a little splash and dash, but I feel if we're going to do tires, it's probably going to be within the next 20 laps or so, maybe 30 max. If not, we'll probably run the whole thing on a single set of tires.
Really? Wow. Okay, that's amazing considering how flat this track is. So I think the tires could possibly hold. Well, these caution laps do help as well too, not putting them through a lot of wear and tear there.
Yeah, the pacing's nice. It keeps the heat out of them. I mean, as long as you're rolling the corners, you're not taking them too hard. They'll go a long way. And it's like I said, these setups we got right now, they're feeling real good. Once again, the TSGR boys have done their homework, and they got us looking pretty good today.
10-4, man. I'll put you back down to the channel. Good luck. Talk to you later.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, man, that would be something if they went with only maybe one set of tires changed. Man, that would be something. And so we'll see if anybody decides to go that route or not. I tell you, William Brown, he's been really doing good on those restarts. Nick Cannon is they're still there, first and second, and positions have been changing behind them. Lucas Nilges now, he'll be starting, where is he starting at? He's starting on the outside there, so that's Colin McCarthy will be lining up actually third. They're just jockeying for position now. I think they're going to go green once again. And so McCarthy and Nilges and Isley on the move there. There's Michael Zuber in that sixth position there. So we'll see what happens once we get the green flag once again. It'll be lap 37 on the restart. Making their way out of turn 4. Still only the 2 retirements. Pace car in. Let's see what kind of start William gets this time.
Green flag, green flag.
And boy, I tell you, he just drops the hammer. He says, see ya. Michael McCarthy, though, he gets the jump on Nick Cannon. And boy, he's trying to catch him up as they come out of turn 2. McCarthy should be clear of him, and he'll move right up to that top groove there. Have the preferred line to go down into the turn. Cannon now back to third. Tyler Isley in that 4th position, followed by Lucas Nilges. And then we were just talking to Michael Zuber now in that 6th position. So yeah, these guys feeling pretty good out there, feeling pretty racy. Oh, and who is that? That is who is that up there? Was that Isley, I think? Looks like he got really close to the wall there. And watch the different lines that guys take. A lot of guys are taking that second groove from the bottom. Seems to be holding pretty good. You just let the car drift out. To a certain extent, you want to let the car go where it wants to go. Not trying to put too much energy into those tires and just kind of baby them along. Easy on the throttle and corner exit. And now lap 39 of 120. Well, they continue to race along. Let's look a little further back. There's Don DeGroot. Right now he's comfortably in that 9th spot. Briggs Slope right there behind him. And I think Briggs has a, wait a minute, where is he? He did have a camera up, and I don't see it now. So he must have logged out. We were going to try to grab him next, but he shut his webcam off. Running in that 10th position. And Carson Pittman now back to the 11th spot. No, he was running up there in the front with the front runners. Of course, he was one of the guys that did pit, so that why he probably lost a bit of track position there. Stan Mayberry, had that spin, no damage for the 48. He's riding along David Salter in the 13th position. Now there's the 12 of Jimmy Barr. Jimmy's he's a lap down. He's in lucky dog position. So there may be another caution somewhere along the way, and hopefully he won't get caught up in it and get that wave around and get him back on the lead lap. Meanwhile, your leader, well, I tell you, William Brown, it's too soon to say anything, like we obviously want to see him, get that victory, and he's been gunning for one all season long. He's been qualifying better and better and better, and maybe just getting a better and better feel for this car. Started on the pole here tonight, and he obviously is liking New Hampshire. This track is agreeing with his driving style. Gap now 9/10 of a second ahead of Kyler McCarthy. Both Kyler McCarthy and Lucas Nilges now running second and third have come up through the order. McCarthy gained 3 spots and Nilges gained 4. Cannon, this is the furthest we've seen Nick Cannon back in the whole race. He's only lost 2 spots though, but they're still in that top 5. Tyler Isley is right there. He's gained 5 positions since the start of the race, but he's been right up there in that top 10 and running along here quite nicely here. Michael Zuber hanging on behind him, followed by 67 Brian Preston. Boy, a lot of company behind him. There's Carson Pittman, also the 66 Dylan Hastings. Don DeGroot little loose coming off the turn there. I think Greg Swopes might get him going down into turn 1. Let's see what happens here. Swope is in that number 57 machine. Looks like Don may hold on as they come off a 2. And yeah, he does move up in front of the 57. Is he going to take a look down on the inside? No, he doesn't. He's not really in a position now to try to make a pass. Stan Mayberry actually gets past the 57 as well. Move him up to the 11th position. Every now and then you see somebody give a little wiggle coming off of turn 4. But everybody else is, everybody's still running along here. Meanwhile, up the front there, that gap is now 1.3 seconds. Kyler McCarthy running in that second position. There's, you can see your leader there, William Brown, out front. And boy, a lot of clear track. We have, who is that, Carl Fitz in the 16th position, but he is a good half a lap behind your leader, so there's going to be a lot. Oh, no caution, but Jaden Bingaman, okay. Did he spin? It looked like he was going into the pits, but it looks like he spun, about to go into, he might have spun down on the pit road. And let's take a look at that. It looks like he was all by himself. Yeah, it's getting away from him. And oh boy, and he got a little grass there as well. And but the main thing is he kept it off the wall, was able to recover, and he is on his way. Meanwhile, up the front there, there's Nick Cannon now in that 4th position. He's got Carson Pittman now in the 5th spot. Carson got past Tyler Isley. He's now in that 6th position. He's followed by the 96 Michael Zuber in 7th. So these guys are just patiently getting along, getting on with it. Brian Pressler at 8th position. Now William Brown, he's in the lead there. Oh, he got us a caution. I think it's Jaden Bingaman, and oh, he's in the wall. Wow. And he's just waiting for the field to go by him, most likely. And oh man, he nosed it into that outside wall, and let's see, get him turned around. Yeah, a little bit of damage there for Jaden Bingaman, so that's going to take a little while to sort out as he gets going. And let's see, let's go back and see if we can see what happened to Jaden here. And so he's racing. I think it's probably just another self spin here. You know, like, you can't say it enough. The track is so flat. You have no banking. Well, there may be a couple of degrees of banking, but nothing that can really help them that much. And he's already lost it in the middle of 3 and 4. He basically slid through turn 4. He's already headed down towards the grass. And one thing is, when they do spin, there's a lot of runoff area. That's one nice thing about New Hampshire. Look at all the runoff that you have. And wait a minute, is that the one I was? That's not the one. That's the wrong replay. Let's go. We'll look at this one. I'm looking at the wrong one. That was the other time. This is what we want to see right here. And we'll run it forward here a little bit. I think it's probably a carbon copy of the same thing. And this time, that time he came off for 2, and he just nosed it into the wall there, and it snapped back. He tried to grab it, then it snapped back to the right there, and that's pretty much what happened there. So he's getting tires and fuel, but he'll probably stay on pit road and get some of that work taken care of. Carson Pittman is now your leader, and William Brown, he did come in to pit. And let's see. Let me grab William here real quick.
Sorry, front was.
What? Oh, my bad. Sorry, were you talking to somebody?
Oh, no, you're okay.
Okay. Yeah, man, I tell you, man, you gotta get some great restarts, man. I guess you gotta come in at some point for fuel or tires or both. And but man, you've been really liking that track tonight, huh?
Yeah, I'm really surprised. I did not think that this was going to be one of the tracks in the schedule that I was going to have this good of a time so far with. But I nailed this set down, I think. Kind of came naturally, and I qualified first place finally.
Yeah.
Really kind of set myself up for success. I'm just trying to keep it.
Absolutely, man, I tell you, and it's still a long ways to go. We're kind of inching closer to the halfway point here, but man, you've been getting some monster restarts, man, so I guess you may be getting close to 1 to go. I'll put you back down to the channel, and good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you very much, Tony.
And you are Team Sparkle, right?
Correct.
Okay. And so now he restarts in that 6th position. So we'll see what he can do here, starting a little further back in the field. And like I said, he did just pit. So now I'm thinking he probably went ahead. We're lap 50. That was lap 50 that he pitted. So I'm thinking he probably got some tires. Now we have the 1 to go this time around, and it'll be Carson Pittman who'll be leading them back to the green flag. He's followed by the 48 there, Stan Mayberry in the 2nd position. Briggs Swope will be in the 3rd spot, and David Salter in the 4th position. And William Brown will actually be, let's see, it's showing him as 5th. I guess they had to get reshuffled here. 18, Carl Fitz, he's up there in the 6th. They're showing him as 6th, but I think he's actually 5th because he's on the inside of that line. They're just kind of out of position a little bit. So let's watch the pace car come down on the pit road. And there he goes. Let's see what kind of restart Carson gets here. Carson and Mayberry. And boy, he gets a good restart there as well. Nice jump, Stan Mayberry. David Salter right behind the 48 there. Here comes Briggs Swope. He was trying to make a move down on the inside. There's William Brown. He gets past the 57. Boy, Nick Cannon goes right with him. And they're not wasting any time getting back to the front. Oh, no, we got us a caution. And let's look back here. And, oh, no, it's Jaden Bingham again. And he is just struggling with this track. And just not his night here tonight. It doesn't look like he incurred any more damage. You already had that damage that's on the car there now, and probably is he Don DeGroot's on pit road, and is he showing any damage himself? And he is showing a little damage as well, but he wasn't recorded as crashing or anything. let's go back here with Jaden again and see if we can see what happened. And well, that's Carl Fitz. Let's go to Jaden here. And so there's Jaden Bingaman, and see, there's nobody in front. Nice guy. Oh, who was that? That was Carson Fitz down. Carl Fitz. He's already down in the grass there. So he looked like he spun on his own there. And let's roll it forward here a little bit. He might have got loose. Oh, he hit it. He hit Don DeGroot, the 61. So something happened with Don, and I guess Don must have. Did he get loose? Let's run it back here a little bit and see. And he was battling with Brian Pressler. Oh, he bounced off the wall a little bit and got away from him, and he collected. Oh man, he collected Bingaman. So Bingaman didn't really do anything that time. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. DeGroot lost it. Bingaman couldn't get out the way, and that's just a break sometimes in the racing. Sometimes it's just not working out for you too good. Carson Pittman, he will be leading them to the restart once again, and we're still getting close to the halfway point now, 4 laps away. We're getting ready for the one to go here, so take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? Macho Man! My way to money I roll.
Terribles, Four Wheel Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keene Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keene.
Sitting here with Sean Keene. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, here we go. Getting ready to go green once again. Pace car getting ready to come down on pit road. Be lap 59.
Green, green, green.
Green flag and racing once again here at New Hampshire. He gets a good getaway. Boy, Stan Mayberry and David Salter. Salter trying to overhaul the 48. And who is that behind them there? That is William Brown. William Brown and Nick Cannon. But boy, David Salter, him and the 48 having a nice battle. Oh, and it looks like Salter, he has to get out of it. Brake Swopes had to check up big time to keep from running into the 88. Everybody else continues along. Good reaction from everybody there. Mayberry is still up there in that 3rd position. There's Colin McCarthy right behind him. Nick Cannon in that 3rd position. William Brown back up to the 2nd position. So he has definitely recovered, after making a pit stop there and falling back to, I think it was 6th position, now trying to race his way back up to the front. Now on a mission now to run down the number 4 there, Carson Pittman. We're just past the halfway point. now, lap 61 of 120. So I don't know how hard he was pushing his tires before. He's running, and he still has the room to run whatever line he wants to run. It just when he gets up there to the 4, then he'll have to figure out what he wants to do to get past him. And it looks like they are downshifting as they go into these turns here. I just heard him downshift. Now he's in that 3rd gear. Now it goes back up to 4th. I think they have a 5-speed here tonight. So he actually drops 2 gears down in the turns. Then this time he only goes down to 4th gear. He might have been doing that to try to set up the pass here on Pittman. Is he going to make it? Oh, let's see if let's ride along with him, see if he gets past. And you can see Pittman still right there. Man, they're door to door. And he's trying to get past the 4. Can't quite get there just yet. About half a car length on him as he makes his way out of turn 4. And he just does slide up in front of the 4. Right back into the lead. Now he's got that, he can set that turn up the way he wants to. And now we'll see if Carson Pittman can hang on to him now that he's back out front. Looks like he's staying right there for the moment. And Nick Cannon, boy, don't look behind you because there's Nick Cannon starting to close in. He's been the one that's been tailing William Brown all race long so far. And those 3 are starting to stretch out here a little bit. Pittman is right there, though, with the number 9. He is sticking to him like glue, at least for the moment anyway. Nick Cannon is starting to work his way in there just a little bit. And behind him, then we have Colin McCarthy in the 4th spot, Tyler Isley. He's got all these guys back here. They're spaced out just a little bit. Tyler running in that 5th position. And you can still see your leaders right there, top 4 right there in front of him. And they all have a lot of clear running. Nobody is ahead of them. See, Don DeGroot is on pit road. And, you know, I think he might have, did he? See, I didn't think Don had a lot of damage. Maybe he did. I know Jaden Bingaman had damage, but DeGroot is the one that's on pit road right now. And he's been there for a while. And I don't believe, it doesn't seem like Tyler, he's not downshifting. He's staying right in 5th the entire time. So, you know, every driver has their own preferences. And we saw Brown downshifting sometimes 4th, sometimes the 3rd. And Tyler's just keeping it in that 5th gear. And, you know, he's been, he's ever slightly starting to gain on these guys. And he gains a little bit, then he loses a little bit. Seems like he's losing a little bit in the turns. I don't know if that has something to do directly with the not downshifting. He may be giving up a little bit too much momentum. But you can see the gap. It's 1.3 now between him and McCarthy. Now he is hanging around 1.3. And I think his overall gap is starting to go up a little bit, though. He's trying to hang on, but he's just losing a little bit of ground. Carson Pittman, meanwhile, is about 6/10 behind William Brown. He's got Nick Cannon for company there. Now, Cannon, he's been spending a lot of time chasing William Brown. Now he's got to see if he can get past the 4 machine. I think he's got the better line here this time. Let's see what happens. But you know, Carson was far enough ahead. He can just slide right on up in front of the 8 there, so he wasn't really close enough to hold on to that outside line going through the turn. And now Carson has actually put a couple of car lengths between them. Colin McCarthy back in that 4th position. Trying to see if he can close in there a little bit. We were riding on board with Tyler Isley there, and then Lucas Nilgers is behind him in that 6th position. 7th, Dylan Hastings running right now. Michael Zuber, boy, he's gained 10 positions since the start of the race. So good pickup there from Michael Zuber. Working on getting past the 66 of Dylan Hastings. Everybody, well, not everybody, a lot of the guys pitted on lap 50. There were some folks that pitted a little earlier, like Stan Mayberry, David Salter, and they pitted like 26, lap 26, lap 34 and whatnot. And so now they're kind of cycling around. Uh-oh, looks like the 66 running way wide there, but he still had a lot of momentum though. Zuber went deep that particular time. That's one funny thing about this track. You know, sometimes when you go into that turn and you're tempted to just go really deep into the turn, and until you get about to the apex, it looks like you're about to gain on the car in front, but then once you come out of the corner there, and like, nope, just you kind of lose what you thought you had going there. So who's that coming on pit road? It's David Salter making his way onto pit road. Green flag pit stop there for the 88. And let's see, got a little, oh, you can see that that left front fender's hanging in there a little bit. Now I don't know if he'll stay on pit road. I can't see where that'd be too much of a problem. It's just kind of flapping in the breeze there a little bit. This is not like a big aerodynamic track like Talladega, Daytona or anything like that. It looks like he is going to stay on pit road and get some of that damage fixed. They don't have the fast repair, so, and he may not know how much damage it really is. Playing safe and so better safe than sorry. Pittman now 1.1 seconds behind William Brown. Nick Cannon in that 3rd position. Whoever's been in front of him, he just has not been able to figure out how to get past them. Even when he was running 2nd, Brown kept beating him off the line at the restarts, and he was able to hold on to 2nd for a long time until Pittman just got him there recently. Colin McCarthy now starting to move in on the number 8 machine here. And we'll see if he thinks about maybe trying to make a move before too long here. You definitely can't rush things along here at New Hampshire. You can definitely you can see and hear how the guys are really they're really respecting these corners. Definitely don't want to play around here and make a mistake because it will cost you dearly. So right now, Nick Cannon holding his own. Let's look a little further back. There's Mike Zuber in that 8th position. He's 1.2 seconds behind Dylan Hastings. Brian Pressler right there behind him. So he's trying to see if he can close in on the 96. Excuse me. Nice day out there. I think it's still, let's see, it was like 72 degrees. It's 71 degree air temperature out there now. Track temperature is a little warmer, 111 degrees, but it really hasn't gone up too much though. So I think the weather is not playing a huge factor on these tires. These guys are able to run these things quite a ways. A lot of guys have only stopped one time so far this race. A little further back, there's Jimmy Barr. Oh, he just went past Stan Mayberry, and that was a battle for position there. Boy, Jimmy Barr just trying to shoot into that top 10 there. Looks like he's going to get it and put Jimmy up there now into the top 10. And man, he is taking a very aggressive line through the turns here. Trying to keep Stan Mayberry and Briggs Swope behind him. He's doing some downshifting as well. So right now, Jimmy Barr getting it done now into the top 10. Briggs Swope, he got by Mayberry as well. Pick up that 11th position. Michael Self been having a nice quiet evening, running in that 13th position. He's on the lead lap. He's followed by the 18 there, Carl Fitz, and let's see, Fitz himself is he's actually on the tail end of the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap, Jaden Bingham, and he's trying to hold on to the finish of the race now. He's, was he 3 laps down, I think it is? Yeah, and running in that 15th position. Salter and the group are still on pit road. And you see David Salter still there, and Don DeGroot. I didn't think he had, I don't know what, he's not even in the car, so I'm not, I don't know. I don't want to say they're serving a penalty or anything like that. I don't think we've had anything that happened. Anybody had any collisions or anything like that, so not exactly sure why they're on pit road unless they just decided to park the cars for the evening. Meanwhile, William Brown, boy, that gap is now opened up to 2 seconds between him and Carson Pittman. So William Brown, he is just rolling right along. So as he continues along here, looks like we're on a nice stretch here. We'll go ahead and take another break. Oh, and just as I say that, get ready to go to a break, and no dice. Here we go. Caution here. It's Carl Fitz. He looked like he probably just had a spin. The car looks pretty clean, so he didn't. I don't think he hit anything. So it should be okay here. Let's go take a look at it real quick. Probably was just a self spin here, and oh my goodness, he's right there amongst the leaders. McCarthy and oh boy, and oh, I think he didn't know where to go. One guy was on the inside, the other guy was on the outside, and he was kind of stuck there, not sure, trying to get out of everybody's way, and kind of got stuck right there in the middle. And fortunately, nobody got caught up in anything unfortunate. So here we are on caution. Brown has picked up the pace car. So we'll probably have some folks heading in on the pit road. And so now we will go ahead and take a quick break while we're under caution here. You're watching Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 0.625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes all around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnet. Is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400
Okay, folks, we are back here with the Full Throttle Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Here under caution here on lap 88. Nick Cannon now in that third position. And I think they'll be getting the one to go this time around. And let's see, is Nick, there's Nick right there. And let's see. So I thought I saw him. There he is, yeah. Hey, Nick, Tony in the booth, you got a copy?
I sure do.
Man, I tell you, it's been some work out there tonight, man. Whoever's been in the front, you've kind of been hanging in there right with them, man. Are you kind of pacing yourself, trying to get to the end here?
A little bit. I really need to work on saving my tires. It's been falling off real bad at the end. Just I got to do better. I think I can get to Will, maybe pass him. It's going to be hard though. He's really good.
10-4, man. Well, you know, these laps are really winding up now, so not too many more left though. So I'll put you back down to the channel, and so good luck. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Thanks.
So now they make their way down the back stretch, and we'll see what happens here as they get ready for the restart. Making their way out of turn 4. There goes the pace car.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag racing once again here at New Hampshire. And there's Nick Cannon once again. Boy, just like the start of the race. Wow. And he's right there with William Brown, Carson Pittman right there behind him. Like you said, he's trying to figure a way to get past these guys without killing his tires. Only 30 laps to go now, though, so. And we've seen some guys go a long time. They've gone like 50-some laps on their tires, so, you know, he doesn't feel that he's been able to get that kind of longevity out of them. And everybody pitted on lap 86 from the looks of it here. Well, most of the field anyway. So everybody's got fresh Goodyears. We'll see if I guess the question is, if he does get past William, will he be able to keep him behind him? But right now, he's got to work on trying to catch him because he's already 4/10 ahead. William Brown pulling away once again. You know, as every lap unfolds, he is getting closer and closer to that elusive first victory. And I tell you, he's starting to smell blood in the water now, and he is just, you know, he's getting to that point. Now you don't want to see any cautions, you know. And well, look at Carson Pittman now. He's making a challenge for that second position. Him and Nick Cannon battling it out, and Carson might get it coming off the turn. Oh boy, that was close. Nick Cannon fighting back on the high side. Does have a little bit better momentum coming off the corner, but something happened. He got into the wall. Carson Pittman will pick up that second position. And here goes Nick Cannon once again. He did tap the wall, but man, he got a burst of speed. Uh-oh, caution here, and that's Lucas Nilges. Looked like he might have had a spin there. Car looks pretty good. He doesn't look like he really came into contact with anybody as well. So now, the guys that, especially like William Brown, they'll just have to go through another caution, and he'll just have to crawl towards that checkered flag even more. So not much you can do here. Let's go back and see what happened to Lucas here. And let's see, there he is, the 21 car. Colin McCarthy right behind him. And yep, he came off the corner. You could see they were starting to get away from it, and it almost snapped back. Where he did a great job of locking that thing down, boy, and everybody just going past him. And everybody did a really great job of avoiding him there. No harm, no foul to anybody. So good heads-up reactions from everybody. That did put him back to the 12th position. Jimmy Barr making his way down pit road. He has a little bit of damage. Don't know if he'll stay on pit road extra time to get that taken care of or not. Let's see if he gets some tires here, and looks like he might be just getting fuel. He may be just topping the tanks off here and try to make it to the end of this race. Makes you wonder if you know, the fuel situation, can the folks make it to the end? Because it'll be 40, close to 40 some laps, I think. So we'll see what happens. But that was a bit of a long stop. Maybe he was just getting some repair work done, and he gets going as the field is coming down the front stretch there. So it's it's William Brown, Carson Pittman in the second position, Nick Cannon third, Kyler McCarthy fourth, Tyler Isley in that fifth position. Then we have Michael Zuber sixth, Brian Pressler seventh, Rick Swope eighth, Stan Mayberry ninth, and Michael Self now rounding out your top 10. It looks like everybody came in on lap 86. Let's see, Jimmy Barr, we saw him pit a little earlier, lap 94. Well, actually, he just pitted. He is, let's see, he is on the lead lap, though. And everybody's getting themselves situated here. Field is ready to go. Well, Pittman, I know he'll be trying to see if he can just hang with Brown on that restart. Well, William Brown has been getting some monster restarts here. We'll see how it goes this time. Going to turns 3 and 4. There goes the pace car on pit road.
Green, green, green.
We got a green flag. Oh, I think the 4 spun his tires a little bit, so that helped Nick Cannon out. Now Cannon, he's down on that inside line. Oh boy, he gets tapped by Tyler Isley. And these guys, man, be careful here, guys. Oh, Kyler McCarthy. Tyler Isley is a little bit of a tight spot there. And now here goes the 4, and he's getting, I thought he got sideways there for a minute. I think he made contact with the 8. It kept him from spinning around. He's trying his best to get up there past Nick Cannon. They're banging doors. Coming down to the line, Nick Cannon is still in that second position. Carson Pittman fighting him tooth and nail for that position. Door to door, Tyler Isley right there behind them, watching these guys battle it out. Man. All the while, William Brown trying to stay ahead of any trouble that may unfold behind him. But look, everybody just got up on the wheel now, folks. And you know what? Fun and games is over. We're running out. There are 22 laps to go. Tyler Isley sensing an opportunity here. Pittman did get past Nick Cannon. Isley now trying to make the move up to that second position if he can. There goes Nick Cannon down on the inside. Isley trying to hold him off there. So, man, that was some very close quarters racing. Here's some more racing right here. Kyler McCarthy And who is that? Michael Zuber, I believe it is, battling it out. Looks like Zuber got that 5th position. Now trying to run down the 8 of Nick Cannon. McCarthy isn't done, though. He's trying to come back on the number 96. Now 19 laps remaining. These guys duking it out. Meanwhile, up the front, William Brown, 3/10 ahead of Carson Pittman. Carson knows that he's got to stick it in there. He's got to stay in close to that number 9 if he's going to have any shot. William Brown right now is just trying to do the same thing he's been doing all race long. So nobody, at this point, looks like nobody's trying to save anything. Nobody's trying to save any tires or anything. I think they're good to go on tires and fuel, to be honest. We had heard some guys say earlier in the race that, yeah, the car's doing pretty good. And you see some of these guys battling here for position. As you look at different battles throughout the field. Jimmy Barr in that 12 machine. Behind him is Stan Nader. He's trying to hold off. Well, that's Bingaman right behind him, so that's not a battle for position because Bingaman's not on the lead lap. We had several other folks on pit road. Hastings and Salter and DeGroot, they're still on pit road. Meanwhile, up the front there, Brown, he continues to lead Carson Pittman. That gap now a little over half a second. So it's looking better and better for the number 9 here, William Brown. Carson Pittman, he seems to be solidifying his position in that 2nd place now, almost 7/10 ahead of Tyler Isley, who's now moved into the 3rd position. Well, we've seen Tyler, he's been back there 5th place, 6th place, 7th place, and back and forth up within the top 10 all race long, and now has got himself up to the 3rd position. And he still has 15 laps to go. Does he have anything for the 9 or the number 4? He's just almost a full second behind Pittman. Now it is like 1.03. So he's trying to see what he can get done here. There's my dog barking in the background. Good Lord. Carson Pittman, look at that. He's trying to close in on the number 9. Boy, I tell you, William Brown, he's been leading so much of this race. Carson Pittman, it was and he loses it. And that's, huge wreck. That's got to bring out the caution. Oh my goodness, Carson Pittman was not leaving anything on the table, and he pushed it a little bit too hard. And man, super hard hit down on the inside. Wow. Caution here with 13 laps to go. And I mean, he was definitely trying to close that gap. Let's watch it here again, folks. And saw him coming off the turn, and he was looking okay. You saw him already lose it as he was coming out of 4. It snapped on him, and it broke to the left and snapped back to the right. He bounced off that outside wall, carrying a lot of speed down to the inside wall and just clobbered that wall, which isn't going to give an inch. Heavy damage on that number 4. I don't know if he can continue to race or not. Maybe he'll be able to make it to the checker flag. We don't know. But man, super hard hit there for Carson Pittman. And he's still running right now. We don't see any smoke coming out of the engine. So now is that? I'm not even sure. That is one heck of a bumper. I don't know if that's a radiator. That can't be the radiator. That is one heck of a bumper. If that's something underneath the bumper, some kind of crash structure or something, that's one heck of a protection there, because there's nothing left of the front of that car, and he's still going. And so wow, these next gen cars seem like they're pretty daggone tough. And he obviously, who knows, he may throw a set of Goodyears on there and keep on going. He's putting the tires on now, folks. Question is, how is the suspension and everything? How is the car going to drive? Is it raceable though? That's the question. And I would not think so. And he's on pit road. Looks like he's going to stay there and do what he can do. It'll be obviously it'll probably be less than 8 laps to go by the time we get the green flag. So, man, he was fixing to give a good fight there to William Brown. So here it is, William Brown and Nick Cannon once again running 1-2. How about Michael Zuver in that 3rd position? And boy, Lucas Nilgers, now he's had some struggles sometimes coming off the corner and maybe fighting the track a little bit more than the other drivers, but he's in that 4th spot. And let's see what happened to Tyler Isley. He pitted. A lot of these guys, I think, stayed out. Brian Pressler, he's now in that 5th position. Jimmy Barr is 6th. He pitted back on lap 94, so he stayed out, gained some track position. Stan Neighbor, I think he did the same thing. Michael Self, he pitted with your leaders on lap 86. So he didn't pit this time either. Now, Tyler Isley, he did pit just a couple of laps ago. Him and Briggs Swope, Carl Fitz, and Kyler McCarthy. So these guys are some of the guys who have the freshest tires. And interesting. Yeah, he's looks like he'll be restarting in the 9th position. And the other guys pitted. Okay. So the other guy, their tires, I don't know, 13, 14 laps older than these fresh Goodyears that Isley and the other guys that pitted have. Would that be enough to give him enough of an advantage to try to get past these guys and get up to the front? It'll be interesting to find out. Lights are out on the pace car. So, oh my goodness, here we go, folks. You know they just can't make it a simple finish. It's never going to be simple with this group. There's going to be some kind of action right down to the checkered flag. And keep your eye on Tyler Isley, Briggs Swope, Kyler McCarthy back there, 9th, 10th, and 11th. Let's see what they do with those fresh Goodyear tires. Making their way out of turn 4, pace car fixing to come down onto pace road there, pit road. There he goes. Green flag, and William Brown doing what he's been doing all race long. Monster restart. Nick Cannon still in that 2nd position. There's Michael Zuver taking a look down on the inside. He gets past the 8. At least he does in the middle of turns 1 and 2. And boy, Nick Cannon, such a good drive off the corner on that high line. That's really hard to defend against if you're on the inside. Looks like Zuber might have had to check up just a little bit. William Brown already a half a second ahead of these two. With 7 laps remaining, Lucas Nilgers in that 4th spot. Here comes Tyler Isley now in the 5th position. McCarthy and Swope are still further back. McCarthy in the 8th spot. Swope rounding out your top 10. 7 laps remaining. It's Tyler Isley now trying to get past the 21 Lucas Nilgers. And this may be his best shot. No time to leave anything on the table at all. He doesn't have a whole lot of room. Is he going to try to make a move on the high side? Well, he's got Michael Zuber there on the high side. Not sure where he would go, even if he got a run on the 21. And he might, is he going to shoot the gap? It looks like he might. He may have the tires to do it. They're almost 3 wide coming off the corner. He backs out just a little bit. He might not have been able to hang in there anyway. Now 5 laps remaining. These guys are battling it out. William Brown, almost a full second. Lucas Nilgers trying his best to get past Michael Zuber. Tyler Isley, I think he might have tapped the wall. The Zuver now trying to hold on, and Lucas Nilges is trying to edge. Oh no, and the 17 gets into the 96, and he kind of, he started to straighten him out. Oh, and he ends up into the wall. Oh my goodness. Michael Zuver tried to save it. Oh boy. Hard racing. Some significant damage on that right front. Oh my goodness. And I know Tyler is not feeling good about that one. He want to race him hard, but he definitely don't want to get nobody into the wall and stuff. And that's basically what it was. It was some hard racing going on there. You see him going there, and look at how Isley just came up. Man, he carried a whole lot of speed in there, just way too much speed, and there was no way he's gonna get past the 96. And he's kind of halfway sideways, and he gets straightened out a little bit. And for a minute there, I thought he was going to tap the 17, but if he had, I don't know if he had tapped the 17, it might have straightened him out, but instead he snapped back to the right into that outside wall. Boy, lifted the rear tires off the ground. A lot of damage on that right front there from Michael Zuver. But I tell you, just like Carson Pittman, man, these guys are going for it. They're going for broke. You know, we're getting to the point of no return here now, and it's only 3 laps to go. So it's going to be, this will probably be the first of 3 attempts at a green-white checker here. I don't see it. Now, there are also, obviously, there's some folks on pit road. Michael Zuver, he's on pit road, and he may be just trying to get some, he's still in the car, so he may be trying to get some work done so he can finish the race. Dylan Hastings, he's on pit road. Now Salter and DeGroot, they've been on there for a while, and they're still on pit road. They're even still in the car. No, he's already got out of the car, and Don DeGroot as well. So they basically put it behind the wall. They're just not officially showing as retired. So now this lead, that's William Brown, and so Nick Cannon will get a shot at him, and the 21 Lucas Nilges will get a shot at him. The 17 of Tyler Isley, he's got the freshest tires of the top 4 there. He might get a shot at Brown on this green-white checker attempt. Brick Swope now is in the mix as well. He also he pitted on that 109 as well with Tyler Isley. So these guys are 4th and 5th. So they're right there on the 3rd and 4th row, or 2nd and 3rd row on the restart. So boy, I tell you, this is going to be good here, folks. There may be some smoke at the end, and then we'll just have to wait till the smoke clears and see what happened. Right, we've had some close finishes. Maybe even a 1/10 of a second, and we've had to consult the iRacing just to see, because who officially crossed the line first. Could there be another photo finish out there tonight? We'll see what happens. Making their way down now. Lights are out on the pace car. Boy, these guys, they're hungry and they're ready to go. Nobody hungrier than that number 9, William Brown, trying to get his first victory here tonight at New Hampshire. Pace car getting ready to turn down on the pit road. There he goes. Green-white checker attempt.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go. Now 2 laps to go. And Lucas Nilges, he's down on that inside line, but we've seen Nick Cannon come back on the outside. Is he going to do it this time? I don't think so. This time Lucas Nilges, he was able to clear him and get into that 2nd position. Tyler Isley, he's back there in the 4th spot, but right now he's not close enough. We see him carry a lot of speed in the middle of the corner there. But William Brown, he's coming to the white flag here, folks. He only has to go 1 more mile to get his first league win here tonight. Lucas Nilges going to try to steal that victory from the number 9. Nick Cannon, Tyler Isley, it's final lap. Even if anybody crashed, it wouldn't bring out any caution now. 2 more corners to go. Going into turn 3, it's William Brown just about 4/10 ahead of Lucas Nilges. He's coming out of turn 4. He's going to hold on. William Brown is going to be your winner here tonight at New Hampshire. William Brown finally got that W. And you know he's gotta be one happy camper here tonight, folks. William Brown putting on a master class here tonight, showing them how to get it done on those restarts. Now it's time to do some celebrating. And he is fired up, boy. While he celebrates, let's go ahead. Let's grab. There's William there, so I'll bring him up to the interview queue, and then we'll also get Lucas and Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon, he finished in the 3rd position there. Let's see, there's Nick there. We'll bring him up and find Lucas. There's Lucas. We'll bring him up and we'll head on down there with him. Okay, folks, we're down here with your top 3, William Brown, Lucas Nilges, and Nick Cannon. Man, hey, William, man, you got a copy.
Sure do, Tony.
Boy, I tell you, I know you're feeling good right now, man. Congratulations, got that win. That's your first one in the league, isn't it?
This season, yeah. Been a long time
man,
coming.
Congratulations. Absolutely, man. I tell you, but man, you were kind of the class of the field all night, and it was just your night, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. There was a couple guys that I think had the speed to do it there towards the end. I think Carson was starting to understand how I was doing my turns and my exits, and I think he was picking up speed there at the end. But he had that loose exit on 4, which ended his race. But, I'm really proud of my team, Nick, Lucas, and everybody else, Zuber, Michael Self, Carl Pitts, everyone who came. We did a really good job. We walked out the top 3.
Absolutely, man. Congratulations. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
The whole team, of course, TSUR. I want to give a shout out to you for broadcasting the race, everybody for putting on the league, and yeah.
Well, 10-4, man, go celebrate, man, and we will see you next week.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Lucas, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Man, I tell you, it took you a while. You got up to the front, man. A lot of times we're used to seeing you up there, but man, you had to kind of work to get up there tonight, man. But when it was time to go, you went and got that 2nd position, man. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Yeah, today was a battle for me right off the bat. I tried to avoid the 66. I unintentionally took out Smeal. Hopefully he's not too mad at me, but yeah, it was a proper battle for me all day. Shout out to my boy Will for the dub and Nick for backing up the podium. I think we should have had a 1, 2, 3, 4, but unfortunately somebody drove a little too deep, took out our boy Zuber, but I think that's what we should have had last week, but we made up for it this week. Hopefully we made the whole team proud. A few of us weren't here tonight.
10-4, man. I tell you what, definitely you guys were strong there tonight for sure. Anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
You for doing the broadcast, Robbie for putting on this league, and that's about it.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations on that podium finish. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Nick, you got a copy?
Yep.
Man, I tell you, it's been a busy night for you, but you hung in there and managed to at least snag a podium finish. Man, I tell you, you was following William so much in that race, and but it would have surprised me if you didn't finish up at the front somewhere. But I managed to hold on to that 3rd position, man. Congratulations.
Thanks. I was really dreading that last restart with Isley lining up behind me after that whole thing. I've seen him take out several people. Almost took out me earlier. It was great. Yeah, podium. Great job by the team. Had a ninth place for self too, and yeah, should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, like everybody else said. But stuff happens. It happens all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Team, you for the broadcast. I know Fitz isn't here. You know, I know he's watching. I'm hoping my coworkers are watching too. The ones I, have watching every now and then.
Yeah.
Robbie for the league, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. Go celebrate. Good night for the team there as well. And so we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Okay, folks. Well, that will do it here tonight, man. I tell you, what a, you can always expect something exciting to happen at the end of the race, and they did not disappoint as usual. And let's go ahead and bring up the finishing results here. And of course, we have William Brown celebrating a win. It was 1, 2, 3 there for Glitter Kitty. Lucas Nilger second, Nick Cannon third, Tyler Isley fourth, Jimmy Barr fifth, sixth Briggs Swope, seventh Kyla McCarthy, eighth Brian Pressler, Michael Self ninth, Jaden Bingaman rounds out your top 10, followed by Carl Fitz 11th, Stan Maber at 12th, 13th Carson Pittman, Michael Zuber 14th, 15th Dylan Hastings, 16th David Salter, Don DeGroot 17th, 18th Jeremy Zarfos, and David Smith Jr. in that 19th position. And so next week, we'll be heading to Pennsylvania for the Pennsylvania Posse iRacing 300 here on Rice Motorsports TV. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. So for all of us here, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.